Let's get it real loud for the very funny Kyle Scanlan, everybody.
My name's Kyle. I'm fairly new to Chicago. I grew up in a small town in southern Illinois. It's called Prejudice, Illinois. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. More of a state of mind, really. Moved up to Chicago, I got a little culture shock as soon as I got up here because I found out something that if you just go one street too many, you can just wind up in a bad neighborhood. And they don't tell you that on like brochures or anything. You just find that out on your own. First week I was here, I was just walking with my girlfriend. We're just walking. Like, sure enough, we just walk into a bad neighborhood. And I knew we were in a bad neighborhood because I just saw this guy with just a sideways hat, teardrop tattoo, and just a pit bull at his side. And I was just like, oh my God, just don't look at him. Just don't make eye contact with him. Stop doing that with your arms, it looks weird. And he saw me and he said something. He said, "Hey, yo! That's a beautiful young lady you got there. God bless both of you." That is not what I expected you to say. Put my wallet back in my pants. Feeling real bad about myself. I learned something that day. And that's that a stereotypically gangster Puerto Rican man treats my girlfriend better than I do. That's a sad joke for her because there's 8 months left on our lease. I feel your pain. My girlfriend and I have been together for 3 years, and if you've ever wondered how long it takes to fall out of love, it's 2.5 years. Ship is sinking quickly! And it's not that we fight or anything, it's just that she's a better person than me. Like, that's it. Like, she's gorgeous, she has a full-time job, she has health insurance. Like, one day she's just gonna wake up and be like, you know what? Maybe I don't have to put up with a guy that makes me go halvesies on a bag of weed I'm never gonna smoke. And then throws up in my comforter when he drinks too much. It's like one day the light bulb's just gonna go off. She'll be like, you know what? I bet he was lying. I bet there are guys that make more than $12,000 a year. She just prances away. Yeah. I don't know. I've been trying to be like a better boyfriend lately. Like, she wanted to get a cat, but I'm allergic to cats. Like, I'm just making me like break out in hives and just like sneeze all the time. It's terrible. But she made a pretty compelling argument. She said that if I got a cat with her, that she would give me 1 blowjob a week for a year. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever had an unenthusiastic blowjob once a week. Still pretty great. Still pretty good. Still. I'm just like, we should get 7 cats. Awesome. All this. Went to go visit my parents over Christmas break, which as a grown adult was a terrible mistake. Because my parents love long distance Kyle so much more than they like staying at your house, Kyle. Like, it's not even close. Because like long distance Kyle does it right. He calls you on the phone, he asks you how your day's going, he says I love you at the end of the conversation. But like staying at your house, Kyle's just gonna get drunk for 3 days and then smoke cigarettes in your garage when you're asleep. Like, nobody likes that guy. But there's like this town that my parents grew up in, it's like really small, so everything there is just dirt cheap. And this bar that like every time I'm at a bar in southern Illinois, like where my parents live, I just feel like I'm a millionaire. But in reality, I just have like $35 and I'm pretty drunk, like that's it. It's like, $2 beers every day? Why don't we live here? You have to go home. This bar, though, they had $3 Irish car bombs. $3 for an Irish car bomb. Yeah, that's the correct response. For those of you who don't know what an Irish car bomb is, it's a mistake that you drop into another mistake and you shove it in your face. 2 mistakes, 1 glass. Like, I don't know how many too many Irish car bombs is, but I know that 9 will make you throw up on your parents' driveway. It's like, Dad's gonna have a lot of questions when he wakes up for work in 45 minutes. I thought that was it, though. I thought that was it. I was like, that was a weird weekend. Just got real drunk in my parents' house. And my mom called me the following Monday and asked me what I think has to be the weirdest question that you can ask another loved one over the phone. She said, Kyle, when you were home last weekend, did you flush a fork down the toilet? And I was like, I have no idea. It's a real big day. But it didn't bother me that my mom accused me of flushing a fork down the toilet. What bothered me was that she was so cool about it. She was just like, if you flushed a fork, you flushed a fork, Kyle. It's not a big deal. Happens to everybody. Does it? What parenting books were you reading? Like, I don't want my spontaneous alcoholic behavior to become predictable to my mother. Like, that sounds like the worst thing. Like, I don't want my mom to be like, oh, this old drinking story, snooze alert. Like, I don't want my mom to look outside at the window and just be like, and see a car parked sideways with blood on the hood. And just be like, oh, look, Kyle's home. Oh, God. So I'll go give him a hug. He's probably in a dark place. Couldn't tell by the last joke, I am pretty dumb. Yeah? This next story is going to prove that even more. I once got kicked out of a McDonald's for stealing a fountain soda. That's a thing that happened in my adult life. That's how you know it's going right, too, I think. I think that's the first sign. What happened was I was at a McDonald's, and I ordered 2 McDoubles and a water, the poor man's combo. And I sat down and I said, Kyle, your life is real shitty. You should treat yourself to a small Diet Coke. Little did I know, though, that there was a cop who was in the corner of this McDonald's who was apparently on fountain soda duty that week. Didn't know that was a thing. Feel like we should have got to vote for that. Yeah. He just came up to me like all aggressive and he was just like, you didn't pay for that! I'm like, what I should have said was like, come on, man, Chicago, there's 3 million people here. There's gotta be a better crime you can be solving. What I said instead was, I'm really sorry, this is the first time I've ever done something. I'm so sorry. Which just sounds like screeching to him. It's like shooting a bear with a BB gun. It just makes him more angry. And he's like, what? He walks me out the door. And he's like, and stay out. Like, I'm gonna go back at that point? Everyone there knows I can't afford fountain soda. This is not a place I want to hang out with anymore. I'll let myself out. Keep in mind also, this is the McDonald's on Chicago and State. This is the dirtiest McDonald's in Chicago. Right? I had to take my food with me, so I'm just standing outside on the corner of Chicago and State, just eating the saddest bite of fake cheeseburger meat. And this homeless guy looks at me and he's like, rough day, huh? Ugh. Like, you know it's been a bad day when a homeless guy's empathizing with you. Instead of asking you for money. It's a good sign. I'm 27, which is like a weird age, because like a lot of people are doing shit at that age. Not me, but I read about it on like Yahoo News and stuff. Good site! Check it out, guys. So excited about it. I'll give you an example. Like Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, whenever he was my age, his company was worth $25 billion. $25 billion. Yesterday I bought gas with change. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever bought 3/4 of a gallon before, but you're not going to have a good day after that. It's like, yes sir, can I get 267 on pump 3? hug. I just graduated college too, so if you're doing the math at home, not on time. This is not the face of a doctor. What? I've had trouble like finding a job since I got out of college, and I think the reason why is when I was in college, they have these things called a no-pay internship. I couldn't get hired for a no-pay internship. They wouldn't let me do them a favor. I was like, please? They're like, you smell like whiskey. Get out of here. Yeah. I didn't know what to do though when I was like living in Southern Illinois at the time, so I just made my part-time job my full-time job, which is the easiest way to disappoint your parents. I worked at like this like shitty Texas-themed restaurant in Southern Illinois. It was called Lone Star Steakhouse. It's like one of those like shitty Texas-themed restaurants where there's like dead animals on the wall and you have to say y'all to everyone as they walk in. Like there's a certain part in your day when you get stiffed on a bill for chicken tenders for $11.98 and a Tim McGraw song comes on about living like you're dying and you're just like, I fucked up my entire life. Singing about Rocky Mountain climbing and I just sing a 34-year-old man happy birthday. A little side note, if you're over the age of 12 and you ask another adult to sing you a happy birthday, you're an asshole. Enjoy your cake. I hope it's your last piece. People would be kind of assholes though at restaurants. Like I had this guy one night. It was a Friday night. I was just like sweeping my tables. There was a guy 25 feet away from me. 25 feet away, just eating steak by himself. And I'm just sweeping, and I'm just like, oh man, only 9 more hours, and I have to come back here and make $4.65 an hour. This should be great. All of a sudden, this guy just yells at me. He's like, sir, you mind not sweeping while I'm eating? And I thought he was joking, because he was like 25 feet away. So I started like sweeping it towards him, thinking we were going to be friends. Nope. Not even Facebook friends. He just got really pissed and he yelled at me again. He was like, sir, how would you like it if I came to your house and swept while you ate? And I was like, that would be awesome. My apartment's a shithole. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.